Ghosts and ghouls with greenish skin. So close your eyes and you will find that you've arrived in Frightenstein. Perhaps the Count will find a way to make his monster work today. For if he solves this monster mania, he can return to Transylvania. So welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
Now, you little devils, we are going to play hide and seek. No fair. It's my turn to hide.
Now it brings its own sound system. Igor, you were late. Why? Explain yourself.
Master, I was outside listening to the rain.
Listening to the rain. All right, there is no time to speak of such things. For now it is time to raise the flag and to sing our glorious national anthem.
Transylvania.
I know what it is. Suck it to him.
Thank you, Master.
Gori, gori, Transylvania, the werewolves and bats will always maim ya. The murky moor will likely claim ya as we go stumbling through.
I pledge by the sign of the three-toed sloth to do my best, to do my duty, to always obey the laws of the werewolf pack, and to never rest until Brucey lives once more and takes his rightful place in the annals of distinguished monsters. And I can once again return to that most glorious of homelands, Transylvania.
Glory go
Sing it out!
Transylvania as we go stumbling through.
It is good, though. Don't touch a cow. Don't touch a cow. All right, explain yourself. What were you doing?
Master, I was outside listening to the rain.
You were listening to the rain?
Yes, Master. That's why I've been gone so long.
Well, why would it take you so long just to listen to the rain?
Well, Master, I didn't want to interrupt in the middle of the story.
You've got to be kidding.
Clyde went sailing to a far Tahitian shore, and there he found some seashells that were from the ocean floor. He put one to his ear, he said, and then Bwana swore that he could hear inside the shell a far and distant roar. But suddenly he realized that he would have to save himself because that distant roar was a real tidal wave. The moral of my story is one that I hope you get. Collecting seashells can be fun, but don't end up getting wet.
Ooga booga, which means it's zany zoo time. All right. There's always taking pictures of all the little creatures in Zany Zoo. I thought that I saw you. That's right, that's right. All right, I'm so glad you've come along because this is now safari number 787. Well, I guess we better make that 788. All right. Welcome again, and we're here to show you some beautiful films of lovely birds and different animals that you're just going to love. And I'm going to describe them to you as best I can from here in my Zany Zoo headquarters. That's right. And you too. You know, you can go in safari just as much as I do. All you have to do is to go to your zoo. That's right. You just go to the zoo and wear a little hat like me. And you know who I am, don't you? That's right, Bawana Clyde Batty, at your service. Now, let's get to our film for today, because I think you're going to like what I'm going to show you. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, getting a little restless there, that's right. Look. Oh, not hungry? All right. Maybe a little later. All right, now let's get to our film for today. And I think you're just going to love it. We get our focus in. Now, here we go. Focus right, tubes in, switch on. All right, film planted right. And here we go, that's right. Oh, and look what we've got here. Oh, isn't he a cutie? Oh, this is the lemur, that's right. You find them, a ring-tailed one, as a matter of fact. You find them in Madagascar. Isn't that interesting? That's right off the coast of Africa. Did you know that? Now, lemurs are primates, so they're related to monkeys. But they have a better sense of smell than even the monkey does. Oh, very interesting. Now, there's various species of lemurs. They vary in size from that of a small dog to that of a mouse. Can you imagine that? All that difference in size. Now, some of them are brown and some are black. Now, this is the ring-tailed lemur. Oh, look at. Oh, it looks a bit like a raccoon. Remember raccoons? Yes, the little black eyes there. That's right. It's like a cross between a raccoon and a monkey, it is. My goodness, isn't he cute? Look at that. Whoa, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, eh? Look at that. Now, he's grey with black and white ring-tail. White face with a black muzzle. Oh, isn't that interesting? Just beautiful. Love it. My goodness. Oh, what have we here? Oh, yes, sir. Now, they've got nails on all the digits there except the index toes. What's he doing? What's he got? What have you got there? Having a little snack, are you? Oh, look at the tiles. Aren't they long? My goodness. Oh, look at. Oh, they're inquisitive little chaps, aren't they? That's right. Look at their teeth are flattened. Oh, and they're slanted, just like a comb. Oh, sharp too, I'll bet. That's right. Just like the teeth of a comb. Look at, isn't he cute? Oh, I'd love to have one of them as a pet. Oh, isn't he nice? Ooh, hello there. Hey, what you in there for? How long you up there for? Hey, look. Oh, my goodness gracious. He's so cute. Look at that. Oh, isn't that nice? Look. Well, now, wasn't that interesting, eh? Oh, I just love all these animals. Don't you find them interesting? And just remember, if you're going to shoot anything, you make sure you shoot it with a camera. That's the only way. That's right. All right, now this is Bawana Clyde Batty saying, Ooga Booga, which means, look out for the ring-tailed raccoon if ever it's found its place in the grape field. Right, all right, let's go. Now, all right, chaps, I'm on my way to take some more film.
I enjoy seeing animals. I like them, eh?
Grunt.
I am the wolf man.
Hello there, Wolfman.
How you doing, Grump, baby?
Oh, pretty well. You ready there for a riddle today?
You bet I'm ready for one.
Okay. What has a foot on each end and one in the middle?
I don't know. What does have a foot on one each end and one in the middle?
A yardstick.
Oh, yeah.
Ooga booga. Ooga booga. Which means a commercial is coming. Thank you.
Having done that, who knows?
The oracle once made me a most absurd prediction, but I got mad and left because I thought it was a fiction. He said you will be coming back to listen to me more. I told him that I doubted it, and then I slammed the door. Then fate said I would get a bill for something I had shattered. I said I didn't break anything, well, anything that mattered. But he was right, I should have known, for when I slammed the door, his crystal ball had broken and had smashed across the floor.
Welcome. I am afraid you're all in for a big disappointment today. Yes, I know that 90% of you just watch me. Yes, you just watch me so that you can laugh when I break the crystal ball. Well, it'll never happen again. Well, maybe one more time, huh? Wow, lucky. Oh, well, now for the sign. Oh, wistful mist that the gods have kissed. Which sign, whose fate will fortune twist? Aha. And today's sign is Pisces. Now, that's all the kids born between February the 19th and March the 20th. They are Pisces. People go out of their way to be with Pisces. He's that likable sign. And Pisces love people. But he loves animals, too. He cannot stand to see them hurt in any way. Pisces is by nature timid and shy. I agree with the Pisces people. I don't like to see any animals hurt either. That is the truth. And now for our horoscope. Oh, here we go again. Oh, magic crystal. Crystal ball. Tell me now. Tell me. Oh. Yes. Now, Pisces. This is the time for all you Pisces to go out and gain some wisdom. Spend the day in a public library. Catch up on current events. Climb Mount Everest and have a chat with the abominable snowman. Not yet. I'll tell you when. Jumping the gun. Now, I would like to answer the letter that was written to me. There's a question here, and perhaps I can give you a suitable answer. I see no reason why not, for I am the Oracle. Dear Oracle, what does a real ghost look like? H0use? Oh, they sneezed. I have never seen one, eh? Well, I will tell you. I have never seen one. No, I've not seen one. Ghosts can look as normal as an ordinary person in the street. Did you know that? Some ghosts are reported to have missing features. Some have no eyes, and some have no face, different things like that. Some drowned at sea, while they'll often be covered in seaweed. Many accounts state that ghosts seem to glide rather than walk, and are able to appear and disappear in a matter of seconds. Keep it up, Maharishi. I'm digging that tune. Ghosts will sometimes touch people, but on no occasion has anyone been able to touch or feel a ghost. But ghosts can breathe and look like pretty well anything they please. They could be as lifelike as you, or me, or Voodoo. Wild geese calling. Ah, look to the stars, look to the stars.
Gronk!
Oh, hello, Gronk. How are you today?
Greetings, O mighty green one.
Please, mighty I may be, but I am the Count, not the green one.
Oh.
A little respect, please. It is my castle.
Well, that's true, and I don't pay too much rent.
Yes, hardly any at all for your enormous size, I must say.
Length.
I'm going to tell you a very interesting thing today about the Flying Dutchman.
And I'm going to tell you about the Floating Scotsman.
The Floating Scotsman? What's that?
Well, that was the Scotsman who was so thrifty that he paid only half his fare, so when the ship was halfway to Europe, they threw him overboard.
Oh, that's very naughty. There's no such thing. I want to tell you about a very famous legend.
Well, if it's so famous, how come I don't know about it?
Well, perhaps this book will help, because this book will tell us everything we ever wanted to know about the Flying Dutchman.
Sure. What's it called?
Everything we ever wanted to know about the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, that figures. Wrong.
All right, now.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Well, it says that the Flying Dutchman is a ghost, sometimes seen by sailors.
Who have had one too many.
Who have had one too many. That... No. Too many what? What are you talking about? That's not what it says here.
That's not it?
No.
It says that once upon a time, they say he murdered his captain.
Ooh.
And since that day has been forced to sail from place to place, never touching land.
Ooh.
And once every 100 years, he is allowed to come to shore.
To dry his feet.
To dry his feet. To... No, that
Not
is not
to dry
what it
his
says
feet?
here. Will you please pay attention?
Oh.
All right, I will continue. He's allowed to come to shore to try to find the true love of a woman.
And some clean socks.
And some clean socks, of
Of
course,
course.
because if he's that word, he can't.
He.
Yourself.
Wrong.
Please stop it. No, that wasn't it. But until
Not
he
it.
finds that love, he is forced to wander from port to port forever and ever. Oh, that makes me
Oh,
so
dear.
sad I want to cry.
Me too.
It must be terribly lonely for him.
But if only he could meet up with the floating Scotsman, then the two of them, oh boy, hey.
Oh, I don't want to hear about that. This is a sad legend. Oh, I've got to go. Get some
Wrong.
Kleenex for my eyes.
Wrong.
It is written that he who seeks the third eye of truth only finds the half-truth in the teachings of the sacred cow.
Griselda has heard so many times about her food's effects from people who have come to dine and gone home nervous wrecks. So she tried to brew a mixture that would soothe their rattled brains and cure their tummy upsets and cramps and stomach pains. She got a jar of aspirins, headache pills, and tranquilizers and mixed them up in ginger ale to give to criticizers. Now everyone says fine if she asks them how they feel, 'cause Griselda's cure for cramps are more deadly than her meal.
Oh, hello there. I'm Griselda, the gourmet. A thing of beauty and delight. Not to say anything about my talent. Witchery, witch-roo. Someone seems to be in the store. Bats, ants, and elephants contained in a stew. Wonderful. Whoa, slur. Come on in. Come on into fun time. Here we go. Now, we have just something scrumptious and glorious for you today, and we call it, let's put a little light on the subject with flashlight bulb stew, with added batteries. I have never known a recipe to be so ridiculous, I really don't. But it's listed here, and I know all of the ingredients. Now, this starts, naturally, with a cabbage head. I mean, wouldn't it? And my ever-favorite, Walt. Oh, I love Walt. He's just too much. Oh, love it. And a few coffee beans. I use the coffee beans because we don't want to waste too much time. This is a hurried dinner because we have the coffee mixed in with the meal, so we don't have to waste time with after-dinner coffee. Right. Okay, Ringo Starr, eat your heart out. Now we go. All right. Oh, Polly, no messages today? Well, here's one for you. Buzz up! Well, here we go. Here I am, Slubber. Now, for the next ingredient, as you well know, I mean, anything as involved as this kind of stew requires something very, very tasty to really tantalize the taste buds. So, we're going to use a tennis ball. Here we go. Here we go, the tennis ball. Yes, here we are, bouncing. Oh! Now, we are going to put said tennis ball in yon cauldron. Watch him closely. Woo-hoo! Woo! There he is. Here we go. Oh, you tricky little devil. Come on here. Woo! Ah! Sorry about that. But they're a dime a dozen. That being done, we go back to our mixing bowl, where we are all set to go to the cauldron. Oh my goodness. Here we go now. And into the cauldron she goes. There she goes. Cauldron, cauldron, cauldron bubble, cauldron, woo, cauldron bubble. Woo, woo, tasters.
worst I've ever tasted in my life. Oh.
Oh, yeah? Well, just step over that line, and I'll show you who's mayor.
The count says to stay tuned. Ooga booga.
Jimmy Olsen is not now and never was a girl guide.
I was very surprised when I saw 3 bets fly by.
Igor.
Don't hammer nobody.
Oh, come on now, Bammer. Say hello nicely to Igor.
Hello nicely to Igor.
Does he do everything you tell him?
Well, that was spoken like a true gentleman, which is the way I'd like to hear you speak. Yes, Igor, you.
Why do you want me to speak like a gentleman?
Well, for instance, I just heard you say, and let's have an instant replay of this, please. I was sure surprised when 3 bats flied by. Now, what's wrong with that?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. They shouldn't have surprised me like that.
No, the sentence, what's wrong with it?
Well, you would have been surprised too. Besides which, they scared me.
No, Igor, try to figure this out now. You said 3 bats flied by.
Yes.
That wasn't right, was it?
No. If you say it wasn't right, then it wasn't right.
No, the sentence, Igor, the sentence. What's wrong with it?
Well, what about 3 bats walked by?
No, Igor.
Well, they came by airplane.
That's ridiculous.
Well, but what about they flew by?
No, Igor. Now, we'll give him one more chance,
One more
Bammer.
chance.
Now, they...
3 bats, they flew by.
Right. Now,
I got
let's
it.
have a look at the corrected version. When 3 bats flew by. Oh, by the way, Igor.
Yes, Kramer Slammer.
There were only 2 bats.
What I'm calling you.
If I was the librarian, I'd throw the blinds away and open up the curtains just to see the light of day. I fail to see what good it does to sit up through the night, reading with the help of just a little candlelight. Oh, it may be quite romantic, but I would be shocked to find that after sitting up all night, I was becoming blind.
I am the librarian, and welcome to the library. Oh, I have interesting stories to tell you each day. And I thank you for coming to join me, for I like to read my stories to you. And as you can see, there are many stories to be told with all these volumes of books. And now, our story for today is entitled The Lion and the Dolphin. A lion, roaming by the seashore, saw a dolphin lift up its head out of the waves and asked him to contract an alliance with him, saying that of all the animals, they ought to be the best of friends, since the one was the king of the beasts on the earth, and the other was the sovereign ruler of the inhabitants of the ocean. The dolphin gladly consented to this request. Not long afterwards, the lion had a combat with a wild bull, and called on the dolphin to help him. The dolphin, though quite willing to give him assistance, was unable to do so. as he could not by any means reach the land. The lion abused him as a traitor. The dolphin replied, "Nay, nay, my friend, blame not me, but nature, which, while giving me the sovereignty of the sea, has quite denied me the power of living upon the land. Therefore, let us be contented with what we are, and not to become too ambitious." I've terrified you, I know it. I can tell you're not terrified. You laugh at the librarian, but I'll get you. You mark my words, I'll frighten you. But until then, go to your library. I must sleep now. I must sleep. You won't believe it, but I found him on top of a wedding cake.
Guess what? A commercial again.
I think I'm the best of them all.
I well recall when Pet Vet built a tank in his solarium, a place for fish to swim about. He called it his aquarium. He sent away to Portugal for underwater things. But when he opened up the box, he saw that they had wings. He put them in the water, but they wouldn't stay. Here's why. The fish the doctor had received were types that like to fly.
Wonder where that Dr. Pet Vet is. Mind, he's not late, but still.
You're too impatient sometimes, Igor.
But you bring me such nice
Well,
pets.
I have a lot of pets to take care of, so I'm a very busy man, as you know. Now, here's a special little treat today.
Oh, look at the little fellow.
Isn't he cute? Now, this is what we call a star tortoise.
A
Now,
tortoise.
Do you remember the difference between a turtle and a tortoise?
Yes, I remember.
What's the difference?
One is underwater, in the water, and the other one is on the land.
All right, which one is on the land?
This one, tortoise.
That's right. You see the high dome shell here? And that allows him, you see, to walk like this. That's very good. You do a very good impersonation of a tortoise.
The other one goes like this.
The turtle, yes, he has a flatter shell so he can swim through the water. He's more streamlined, you might say. Now, isn't he just... Look at the beautiful markings on him. Isn't that fantastic? Now, this fellow's found in Africa, in the dry desert region. Now, he's strictly a vegetarian, and he loves to chew on cactus. Can you imagine that? I think that would hurt our tongue and mouths if we chew on the cactus.
Yes.
Oh, yes, they make excellent pets, these fellows.
Underneath.
Yeah, here. Let me hold him for you, see? Isn't he just cute? Coochie, coochie, coo.
He's got a tail.
Yeah,
and
there's his
little
tail.
claws
And
on his legs.
You see, he's afraid now because, look, he's hiding his head.
But if you
See,
put
that's
him
how
down,
they protect themselves. They just go right back inside that shell so that nobody's going to hurt them. See, that's quite a hard shell.
Yes.
We mustn't tap it too hard, though. We don't want to scare our friend,
No.
do we? All right. Now, take a little walk for us. Show Igor how you walk. Come on, you still afraid?
Maybe if we just ignore him, he'll...
Oh, we'll just leave him alone, and we'll just talk about him for a minute.
Yes.
You know that if you keep him in your terrarium, he'll actually eat cat food, too.
Oh, that's
yes,
good.
you can feed him that. Now, he actually will reach a length of 10 inches, so he's got
10
some to
inches?
go. He's only about 2 inches, this fella.
He's only a baby fella.
He's just a baby, that's right. He's only about 3 years old.
Oh, he's very pretty.
So he has a long way to go. Here, come on back here now. Come on, don't go away. That's rude to just go without saying excuse
I
me.
remember I learned in school about the tortoise and the hare. They had a race.
Oh, yes.
And the tortoise won because the hare thought he
Well,
was too smart.
They're pretty clever, these little fellows, I'll tell you. Smooth shell and a very rare pet. Now, Igor, I want you to have chrysanthemum.
Is that his name?
Chrysanthemum.
What
Can
a
you say that?
sweet chrysanthemum.
Well, that's close enough, yes.
I'll go and ask the sloth.
Ask the sloth. Yes.
Mr. Sloth, I've got chrysanthemum visiting here.
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum is not a flower, he's a tortoise. Yes. What do you think?
Oh, my goodness. Has he done anything? Another no-no today, huh?
Before you go, let me say goodbye.
All right, say goodbye.
Goodbye, little fella Chrysanthemum, and be a good boy, and I'll come and visit with you.
Yes, there we go.
Thank you, Dr. Petson.
Okay, bye-bye, Igor.
Bye-bye.
I'll be back to see you.
Bye.
Pets
are friends. Yes, goodbye.
You know something? This is a heavy show. Black.
Igor!
Yes, Master.
I am finished.
I can see, Master. But what is it?
What is it? It is my latest invention. Well, what do you think of it?
I think it's fantastical, Master. But it looks like an old radio to me.
To you, perhaps. But to the keen and probing eye of a scientist, no.
Well, Master, I do not have one of those keen and probing eye things that a scientist has.
I realize that, Igor. What you think is a radio is really quite something else. I will show you.
Oh, Master, I can see in there's chicken and chopped up potatoes and peas and carrots.
Igor, you know what? Have you ever heard of TV dinners?
Of course, Master.
All right. Well, I have invented something that will make us so rich and famous with goulars that we'll be able to get Brucey working again.
Oh.
I have invented the radio dinner. That's right. It is a fantastic thing, is it not?
Yes, Master.
Now I will explain what we're going to do with it. Now, I'm going over by the Bunsen burner. You see that flame there?
See it, Master.
That is the Bunsen burner.
Can I help, Master?
Yes, please.
Yes, Master.
All right, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass my invention over top of the Bunsen burner.
Yes.
And then I am going to heat what is inside, you see? And then, in a short space of time, we will have a succulent southern fried chicken to listen to the radio by.
Oh, succulent southern fried chicken. Can you say that 10 times fast, Master? Succulent southern fried chicken.
Of course I can. I can do anything.
Try it.
Succulent southern fried chicken. Never mind, I have no time for these things. All right, watch it, Igor. It's a good thing I have these gloves to protect my hands.
Twice.
3 times.
3 times.
All right, Igor, I want you to get something now that is appropriate to toast our dinner with.
All right, Master.
All right, Igor, I'll see you by the table.
Right, Master.
Oh, one.
That's for a toast, Master. 1 toast for you, and 1 toast for me.
Igor, I didn't mean this kind of toast. I wanted some Dracula to toast by. My goodness gracious. All right, it's looking good. Good.
There we are.
That's bad, big fellow. All right, now you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. Because of all the apparatus involved here, this is what results.
Oh, that's fantastic, Master.
Of course it is. I did it, didn't I? All right, now I'm going to tune into my favorite program, the Mush Chorale. And they are going to be singing my very favorite, the award-winning version of Love Me Mush Tonight. That's a little sweet for me.
Well, Master, why don't you change the channel, station?
Very well.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, how do you do and how are you? Yes, sir. This is the Wolf Man coming to you from radio station EECH.
Now, this is a little too heavy for me. Now, what do you think, Igor?
Master, are you sure Marconi started this way?
The Count gets me uptight sometimes.
A good part of the show is going to come on again in a moment if you want to stick around, but you don't have to if you don't want to, because ooga booga.
who bit an egg just for a laugh. But in the end, the yolk was on him. You get it? The yolk. All right, lunchtime.
The professor went to Pisa to see the Leaning Tower and found it started leaning now an inch more every hour. How could they build a thing like that with such a sharp incline? Perhaps, I said, the builder drank too much Italian wine.
How do you do, my friends and people everywhere, mothers and fathers and their children, people ages 4 to 94 and less and more? For I am of the view that these things are enchanting for all. I am the professor, Julius Sumner Miller, and we do some enchanting things for inquiring minds. First, I want to tell you a story which may well be entitled, The Case of the Can with 2 Holes and Little Sam. It goes as follows, and has beautiful physics. On a certain program, I did the case as follows. A can of juice into which I put a hole and from which the juice does not too well emerge. Not at all. Whereupon I put another hole, and now the juice doth much emerge. Look at that. And the path is a parabola. And so, having done this on a certain television program, the next day I encountered a little boy by the name of Sam, 5 years old, with whom I discussed what he had seen. And he said to me, Professor, I'm so very glad you did that experiment with the 2 holes in the can. I have seen my mother do that because it doesn't come out so good with 1 hole and comes out very good with 2 holes. And you know why I'm glad you did that experiment and explained that the stuff needs 1 hole to come out of and the air needs the other hole to go into? He said, I'm very glad you did that and explained it because it is something I have not understood all my life. Little Sam, age 5, didn't understand it all his life.
Nope.
Didn't understand it all his life. That's story number 1, which has an enchantment. Story number 2 concerns the case of the empty pail. The case of the empty pail. You are to understand that I am standing in the doorway of my garage. Door open. Here I am standing in the doorway. And a neighbor yonder shouted, Professor? I said, yes. He said, do you have an empty bucket I can borrow? I said, huh? He said, do you have an empty bucket I can borrow? Come over. He came over, and here he is standing beside me. I said, what did you want, my dear neighbor? He said, do you have an empty bucket I can borrow? I said, no, I do not have an empty bucket. Now, within 6 feet of us on the garage floor were 2 buckets. One and another one inside the one. And he looked over like that, and he said, why, Professor, there are 2 empty buckets. I said, no, my good neighbor, they are not 2 empty buckets. The lower bucket has the upper one in it, and the upper one has air in it. And this bucket is not empty. He put his hands to his head, and he went home, and I have never been troubled by a request to borrow a device again. And thus has a physicist disposed of a troublesome dilemma.
If I could get the professor for a couple days, maybe I could get Brucey to work.
Igor's not such a bad guy, but his English, whoa!
I am the wolf man. Oh, yeah. How are you and how do you do? I am the wolf man. Peace. And remember, we believe in the wolf all the time. Dig it, yeah. Oh, hold on. Hello, EECH, and I am the Wolf Man. Mr. Price, how are you, Vincent? Well, I thank you kindly. Well, I kind of dig you, too. Yeah, I like your act, man. Cool. Get together over a bottle of dry cola. Love to. Okay, see you soon, babe. Take care now. Yeah, good old Vinny. Boss cat. All right, now it's chime time. And the time will be... wipe out again. Yeah. Okay, TCB time. Time to take care of business.
Everyone loves letters. Letters. Love the letters.
And now, well, we answer our letter of the day. And this should be interesting. Don't be a litter bug. Dear Oracle, what about the abominable snowman? Oh, this I can tell you without even thinking. What about him? Well, of all the legendary monsters of the world, the abominable snowman is on everyone's list of all-time favorites. The abominable snowman is called a yeti by the people who live in Tibet, where the snowmen are supposed to be. Yes, they are, according to the Tibetans, a hairy, man-like thing with an orange-brown pelt. Ooh, sounds scary, just like in the castle, huh? All right, don't forget now. And Voodoo, look to the stars. Just look to the stars.
You've got to be kidding! Yes. True. Come on. Master, listen. That plane is flying very low, Master.
No, Igor, I think you will find that plane is flying very low.
What is it doing, Master?
How should I know? Let us find out.
Yes, Master.
Take a look, Igor, and tell me what is happening.
Yes. Master, it is trying to land on the drawbridge.
I don't think so, Igor. I think you'll find that he's trying to land on the drawbridge.
But, Master, if he lands on the drawbridge, it will collapse. It's waterlogged. It's been raining 13 years there. You're falling the moat.
You're absolutely right.
Shall I warn him, Master?
No, let us think about this.
Yes, Master.
I have a thought.
Good.
Better, Igor, you should warn him.
Mr. Flyer! Mr. Flyer! Don't land on the drawbridge. It's been raining here for 13 years. The drawbridge is not Mr. Flyer. Don't land on the drawbridge because you might... fall in.
What happened there, Igor?
He fell in, Master.
But what about the mail? You know that I am expecting my new toolkit. But why should I worry? For I know that it was sealed perfectly. Absolutely nothing could get within.
I'll check, Master.
Good.
Mr. Flyer, do you have any mail? Master, I have the mail.
Very good. You know, Igor, I don't know why I was so worried. For you know as well as I that this was sealed so perfectly, airtight, waterproof, absolutely nothing could get inside. I will just check it out. Igor.
Yes, Master.
There is something fishy here.
Fantastic.
Again at the old dead letter office, canceling all the mail that comes. Oh, there it is again. Is it the Chinook wind? No, it's the Count.
You
Hi,
bet
Count.
it's the Count. You do that all the time, didn't you, Harvey Stool Tipper?
Oh, it's Wallbanger, and you knew that all the time, too.
The Count knows everything all the time. We all know that. Igor can profess that.
Igor can't profess anything.
Well, listen. Is there any mail for the Count? I'm tired of all this joking around.
Certainly. Here's one right near your finger. It's that one.
This
right
one
there.
here.
That
Thank
one's-
you
that's the
very
one.
much. Now, this looks like a very colorful letter.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Oh, here we are. Yes, it's quite colorful. Dear Count.
Yeah?
Of course, dear Count. Is it possible to have a date with you? Signed, Griselda.
Griselda. Ha, ha,
We're going to send you a picture
And we're going to send you a note of apologies because I'm afraid I'm going to be very busy. Unfortunately. Don't you agree with that, Harvey Stallbanger?
Oh, you got it again. It's Wallbanger.
The castle lights are growing dim. There's no one left but me and him. When next we meet in Frankenstone, don't come alone.
The show is definitely over, but remember, Ooga Booga.